You could roll me perception. It's very loud in this room. Or very loud in the area.
That's a 6.
You've got no pluses, or that is your pluses. You
Well,
don't
I rolled a 2, so
you
yeah.
stick your ear up to the door and you don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, I'd stick the key into the well, first to check if it's locked, I guess.
You check if it's locked.
Is it...
Oh, yeah, it is locked. Yeah.
Okay, I put the key into the door and open the door.
Okay. The key, it's a bit it's a bit stuck. You stick it. You need to jiggle it around a bit, but it eventually turns and unlatches, and you open the door, and inside there is a chest, but not the one you had. There's some clothes. There's some belongings. That they definitely seem to be owned by someone else, not you guys. That there's like a really nice white robe, like one that like an elf would wear. That sort of like silky robe.
Is there any alcohol in here? I want to search the chest and the drawers and everything.
Roll me
Investigation?
Yeah, you can do investigation. Just see if you find stuff.
Let's see if I have. That's a dirty 20.
You find a really nice, like not jewel encrusted, but like fine metal tankard. It's got like silver like engravings and like a bit of gold, it looks like, and it's extremely nice.
It's a tankard. Consider it mine.
Yeah, put down like fine tankard of metal, or I'll put it down myself. But
I just put it down metal tankard.
Okay, that's fine.
I can do fine if you want to.
Yeah, well, it's just in case you ever plan to sell it. But yeah.
Well, I'm not here for profit. I'm just, looking to get what kind of alcohol I can get. But
yeah, that's cool.
Now I have a vessel for the alcohol. Cool. Sure, but there's nothing else of value for an alcoholic.
Yeah, well, there would be, like, you'd find jewelry and stuff, but it's not like there's not much.
Yeah, but that's not fun.
I know you've no interest in that. You find some like letters and stuff. Like, you can read some of them if you like.
I'm not very good at like reading under pressure, and I feel sneaking into a room would get me under pressure. So I just take them and put them into my backpack.
Sure. Okay, you're gonna take them. Okay.
How many letters?
You pick up 5 like letters or sheets of paper, basically.
Yes. I have added 5 letters from room.
Yep. Myself.
And I just go out of the room and back to Adrian and.
Do you lock the door?
Of course not.
Okay.
I don't think about stuff like that.
Okay.
But I then explained to him that I didn't seem to be able to find his chest. Although I did find this, and I didn't show him this tankard. Welcome back.
Well, you might as well explain to him what you found now.
Yes. So I went into your room, and there didn't seem to be any chest of what we were looking for. The only thing of notice that I could find were a very fine metal tankard, which I show and present to him, and 5 letters, which I haven't yet read, but I have some night reading now.
Fat material.
Right.
Yeah, the chest was nowhere in there.
Yeah.
But you have the orbs. Well, actually,
yeah,
you
but
have
we
2
don't
of the
have
orbs.
the chest.
You don't have the.
We don't have the purple one.
Yeah.
But we don't need that until later, like we need to slaughter 10,000 ants and stuff like that. I will make it a thing.
I can just see you going, I put down, before I go to bed every night, I put down a bit of honey and some crumbs, and I put them in the jar, and then in the morning I pick up all the ants that I've left into the building.
Don't tempt me. Just be happy I'm not the one holding the honey. Although I have the plug of honey, but that's kind of it. I don't really have anywhere to store the ants.
The honey was on the gnomes, so
Yeah.
1.5 jars he's left.
Which has gone to 0 now. I don't feel like sneaking into any other rooms because, well, I've got no real interest in it.
Yeah.
Adrian, anything else you want to do up here?
Those two people, by the way, after like a minute or two passes and you two were just talking, they seem to be a bit like weirded out. And they head into a room.
Which room? Oh, that
This
one. Okay.
Yeah. Let's go.
Why are you interested?
I'm just. You're hanging around for a while. This person goes downstairs. Gonna leave them there, and then this one, just seems really pissed and it's like walking up and down this corridor, going, "Where's my room? Where's my room? Where's my room?"
Time to throw some fists. Anyway, no, I would like to look for a place to like sleep for the night, but this doesn't seem to be the proper place. John mentioned the harbor though, or the dock.
Yeah, he said you might find some places near the dock.
Right there. And also, can we summon that Kama Sutra person back? Because she's moved us in time.
We don't have any honey.
We can buy some. And haven't you got it still around?
I do. I don't know if it's enough to just put some blood on this.
There's no honeycomb.
Well, no, but it didn't mention the honeycomb.
Okay.
Like, all you said were, water it with nectar of honey.
Yeah. Oh, I did, yeah, I'm just saying, just making
and
sure.
blood of sacrifice.
Yeah.
Sure.
You two just pricking yourselves again.
Sure, later we figure out that nectar of honey meant purple honeycomb. But what are we to get at that? Like, come on, that's details. That's not important.
Of course.
But yeah, I think we just leave the tavern.
Okay.
I of course go down and empty whatever tankard I can find, which presumably would be mine. Hopefully left alone. But yeah.
I presumed you brought your drink switches and pretended like you were still part of everything and still had it on you.
Well, if the bartender is to keep them coming, I wouldn't take the tankard away.
True. Okay, so just roll me a flat d20, Bodia, and I'll tell you if you find a place to stay in the town.
Fuck's sake.
Not on screen. That's a 12 and... Yep. Vulcan? Adran?
You want me to roll you a d20?
Yeah, just flat d20. See if you find a place to
stay. 5.
So you wander around, you go to inns, they all seem very, very, very busy. You go up to a few of them and ask if they have a place to stay. They laugh and go, "You're looking for a place to stay on harvest. You're a fool." But Ebrus, you remember that a few days for you, but
a few 50 years ago.
Yeah, few days for you. You're the tavern, not the tavern, the brewery that your monks were setting up. You seemed to have like a recollection that you should, if it is a brewery, you might be able to blag your way in, or you can head up towards there if you would like. That might be like an option, but it is 20-30 minutes outside of town. But that's like basically what you think after getting rejected a couple of times could be your best option. Or you could try the temples, knowing that it's harvest, and a lot of, from what you saw and what you were told over the last day, the temple could be a place without a lot of people in them, because they would have been out celebrating and giving prayers and masses and like running events in the forests and around town. So you could try and sneak into there. But
so, Adrian, what's your thought? Are we going to the temple or what is hopefully a completed brewery by now.
Am I pressing the right button on my mouse?
When you're talking.
Good. Sorry, I've got push to talk.
Okay.
I don't think we like our chances with that temple. We didn't quite leave on good terms last time, and I think Harvest Night is not quite the time to make our re-entrance.
We could also look for that guy. What was his name? Billy.
You could. He would have been in the nobles' quarter.
No, not that Billy.
Oh, the farmer.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could do that.
Wrong token.
It is the wrong token.
Moved away is the wrong token.
Shh.
Why am
All
I
part of
moving?
my plan. It doesn't matter. It's just so I can copy them out later.
Don't touch me.
He's good. Do you want a few minutes to decide this while we take a small break?
Yes.
Cool.
Sure.
Let's do that. Okay, we will be back in... What did you decide you're doing? You couldn't find an inn.
Couldn't find an inn. There were no places to dock.
But that the dock is the dock area-ish. So like everything from where that green box is up until like the number 8. That whole area is like inns, taverns, small little shops and stuff like that. Like it's really some of the places across the road, like one inn would send you to another inn, would send you to another inn, and
yeah.
You just try to like 5 or 6 of them.
Sleep in a stable.
So Brittleback, just to answer you, the idea behind collecting ants is we were told by Kama Sutra that we were told by Kama Sutra that the purple orb would require tens of thousands of like sacrifices, but didn't tell us any more. And since Kama Sutra is seeing a living being as a living being and a human is valued as an ant and an ant as a human, I just thought of like, what if I just collected 10,000 ants and sacrificed them? Knowing that it wouldn't be to Kama Sutra, but like, hopefully it would still count. Yeah.
Basically, I'm being trolled again.
Of course. I wouldn't be a part of this if not allowed to troll.
That is true.
Anyway, the way we saw it and the way we kind of discussed it were that we have somewhat 5 options. Option number 1, we can go back to the tree and just sleep there.
Yeah.
We can go see how the brewery is going. If it's there, who's in charge of it. We can go see Billy or his family.
Yeah.
We can go look at the church, temple, sorry.
Yeah, you go to temples, yeah.
Yeah. Was there a 5th option? I don't know. Probably some good idea back in there. But
you could go find a stable, you know.
I would rather sleep under the tree then.
So which do you do?
Well, can roll a die. Roll a d4.
I like option 1.
Under the tree then. Sure, let's go for that.
Parametra told us to wait under the tree, so that's what we should do. And since it's Harvest Night, everyone's going to be in the forest anyway. I have an alarm spell, which I can put on the area.
As you walk out of town, just as you get to the border, like, let me roll d4 just to get the number of people. 2 people they're walking towards you. They don't seem aggressive. They don't seem aggressive, but they're definitely walking towards you, and they turn around and go, "Hey, how's it going? Like, happy harvest. Do you wanna
happy harvest?
You wanna help us with something?"
Honestly, we've really got to get to our friends celebrating in the forest.
Oh, of course. This won't take a minute. We just need to there's some like, we gotta lift some stuff, and we just need some help. Like really, we just need help lifting some stuff.
Do you have grandparents named Karen?
Do we have what named Karen?
Do you have parents named Karen?
No.
Grandparents?
Grandparents. No one related to Karen. If you want someone related to Karen, I can find some, but like if that's like I can find you some prostitutes if you're looking for like they'll happily be called Karen.
No, we just wanted to know if you were related to a Karen. Why would we
In
help
chat,
you
it's just
other
those
than it
humans in
being
the tavern
Harvest
in the
Festival?
room. They must have been praying to Karasutra, right? Sorry. Anyway, sorry, said it again.
Yeah.
Harvest Night.
Why would we help you other than it being Harvest Night?
Oh, well, like basically, like we just need some help lifting some crates, like barrels into the forest for some guys partying. Like you're going to the forest to meet your friends. Like, we can bring them a barrel too. We need some help
Look,
carrying them in.
I'm not even strong enough to wear armor. Do you think I can
You're a
grab a barrel
mighty
and...
dwarf. Like
Yeah, but
you mightn't
I'm
be
not
able.
wearing
You mightn't
armor.
wear, yes, you mightn't wear armor. But why would you wear armor in the island or in Inishmal? Like it's Harvest Night. Like what's going to attack you? Well, why would you wear armor walking
If
around?
you know dwarves, they always wear armor. I just don't because I'm not strong enough.
Well, you look mighty strong to me. And your friend there can help. Like they're not very heavy.
He can barely grab a book.
But I'm sure you will have no problem helping us out.
What is in these barrels anyway?
Oh, just food and food in one and wine in the other and
The third?
there's some stuff. Like you don't need to know what's in the third barrel. We'll carry the third barrel. And you one of you carry two between the two of you can carry the wine and my friend here will carry the food.
What is preventing us from not helping you?
No, nothing. It's just helping out people on this glorious harvest night. You know, looking for we just need some help. We saw you two walking to like just outside of town. We presumed you were going out of town, so we thought you'd just be like able to help us. But if you don't want to help us, that's cool. That's cool. Like you can off you go.
What's your name?
Derek.
Derek. And here comes the life story of Derek.
Fuck off. I'm gonna give him the name dude again.
I'm sorry, Derek, but we're really not looking to help people. Especially not with like small deeds like this. If it's only like food, mystery liquid, and wine.
Who said it was
no
liquid?
thanks.
But yes. That's no problem. No problem. Happy harvest. Happy harvest.
You too. Now, get away.
Now bugger off.
Bugger off.
Cool. Yeah, you leave the meat in your past then. You go into the forest.
Yeah, I think we decided on going to the tree. So yeah, forest it is.
No, I don't like those random encounters. Going to
Well, thing is, if I roll, like, I'll have it with you. So I roll a random number, and I'm not going to say what if it's high or low, which one that means. But basically, there's a middle ground, which is just NPC, see if they piss off. And every time it use, that's all I ever roll. And I'm sitting there, like, at one stage, it needs to be nothing happens, or you get attacked by, like, a drop bear. Like, it's got, like, I've got it, like, it's just ridiculous. It's always in the middle. But anyway.
Do you want to make it even more random? Just roll your dice, see if you like it, flip a coin if you don't, and if the coin lands on either heads or tails, you re-roll your die.
Oh, that's kind of what I do. If I want to do an encounter. You're having an encounter, but whether or not it's how dangerous it is depends on what I roll. But either way, you go into town and
tree.
Or the tree, sorry, to the tree. And the wizard said they were going to use their alarm spell.
Yes.
It is, if I remember correctly.
If it's a ritual or not. But I'm doing it.
Yeah, just want to double check what the range is.
It's a couple of foot square, I think.
Yeah, that's what I think it is. It could be, but it could be 20-foot square. Could be quite a large area.
It technically
range up to 30 feet, lasts 8 hours.
No longer than 20-foot cube.
You need fine silver wire and some bells. Like, it's literally a booby trap.
Isn't it that or a casting implement?
Yeah, if you have a spell casting focus, that removes the material cost.
and I don't think you have that. But
Snap, don't I? Spellcasting focus.
do you?
It's usually a wand or just a component pouch. But yeah, as a wizard, you get either one of those.
Yeah, it's so you can have. So basically, how this works is you have a 20-foot square, which is any area you want. So 20, like that size square. You can tell me where it is.
Component pouch, arcane focus.
Yeah, like I would presume if you had the alarm spell, you have these things. So I'm going to presume you have them. Just stating that the way it's written is hilarious. You just put some rope down, but that's really odd. So choose how you would like it to be set off, and tell me where you're putting it and how you're putting it down.
Well, I mean, basically, where do we want to sleep? I have an alarm spell. I can ward the area as we rest in case annoying things decide to come and wake us up.
A place a bit more sheltered than this would be fine.
Either way.
So if you remember, you had like the rocks. Sorry, let me click. The rocks over here had like different ledges, and some of them were like quite high up, and you could feasibly set up a mini camp up on top of one of those rocks, and kind of nestle your way over there, and that was pretty safe when you were fighting the wolves. But that was
height for a dwarf.
Or you could like hide in between all these trees and like kind of nestle your way over here, because that's kind of the path that the gnome used in that first fight against the wolves.
Sounds good. Let's go to sleep.
1 second, let's figure this out. So I'm going to presume it is this square you're going for? That square look right? Or do you want to move one to the left, one to the right?
That square looks fine.
Okay, just going to draw this square.
Here comes enemies with arrows.
I just you hear in the night. Hee! Friends.
Yeah, like, and you have to be specific with it because if any creature passes by and you haven't set that creature, it will tip off the alarm. Like even a small ant.
No, it needs to be something. Yeah, that's the right size. You happy with that square? One to the left, one to the right.
Yeah, square's good.
Okay, let me just double check how this is set off. You set an alarm for an unwanted intruder. Close a door, a window, or an area that is in a radius no longer than 20 feet cubed. Until the spell ends, an alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches. Yeah, so it needs to be a creature of some kind. The warded area. When you cast this spell, you designate creature. Blah blah blah.
Wait.
That won't work. Okay, so yes, you don't need to be awake to do this. It's an audible sound, and it lasts for 10 seconds, and you can hear within 60 feet, so you'll definitely be woken if it goes off.
Wait, an alarm alerts you whenever a tiny or larger creature touches, but what about a medium creature?
That counts.
Well, I'm gonna take some liberties of going. It's in between tiny and large.
Thank you, because the rules are just tiny or large, and I'm like,
yeah, it's so stupid.
Medium.
Yeah, it's like and you would just walks in. You start to go to sleep. Yeah. Do you set a campfire, or do you just throw out some bed or some like bed rolls and just sleep on them?
I at least just use my bedroll.
Cool.
Yeah, bedrolls and sleep.
I eat a ration because I didn't get food at the tavern. I just drank ale.
Yep, mark that off.
I read one of my letters.